Hi, I'm Will from Virtual Technologies. I'm here today with Nipa Soni from FSAS Technologies. Nipa is a AI consultant, so some really good information about AI hopefully coming. Hi Nipa.
Hi Will, nice to see you again.
So FSAS and yourself have developed the safer model for the use of AI. Can you just talk us through that?
Yeah, of course. So one of the things we looked at was when looking at AI solutions for education, we needed to look at certain tools to help them along that way and work together. And that's that journey that we can take customers through, and especially with education. So one of the things we looked at was the safer model that we've created, which stands for sustainability to start with. And what I mean by that is, are we using the resources in the right way when it comes to AI?
Yeah.
And we take A for accountable. Who is accountable? Is there a clear line of direction when it comes to accountability?
So if you're using some kind of AI isn't accountable. Somebody's made it do that. So who's that person?
We're creating the AI. We're telling it what to do.
Yeah.
We're putting the principles and the parameters around it. We need to be accountable for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we look at fair. So whilst we have the accountability side of things, it's also, is the AI and the model that we've created treating everyone and all parties fairly?
So we're thinking here about bias and fairness and appropriateness.
Discrimination, whether it's age, where you're from, whatever it might be, there's always bias within an AI. So how do we make it as fair as possible? So that's one of the really important areas that we look at.
I think that's probably one of the most important areas, to be fair, about getting an appropriate response from AI.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we move on to explainable and transparent AI. Is there a clear line of explainability? So if an AI outputs an answer for us, can we track that back? Where has that answer come from? Where is the data source that it's got that information from?
Yeah.
And are we really able to put a confident stake in the ground and say, yes, this information is accurate?
So AI is inherently a creative tool.
Yeah.
And we hear about terms like hallucination.
Correct.
And this is about, if you're getting facts out of AI, where can we track those facts to?
Where do you track it to?
Are they real?
Yeah.
Or
is it fake?
Is it fake?
Absolutely.
Cool.
And lastly, but also just as important, is the resilience and the security. And that's all around the data.
Yeah.
The protection of data, individual, organisation, education. All data needs to be protected at all costs.
Yeah, because this is about the fact that if you use data or files or spreadsheets or anything like that as part of an AI activity, there is a potential that's going to get sucked into the learning model and then gets kicked out somewhere else.
And used by others.
Yeah, and so there you've got data protection concerns, you've got copyright concerns.
All of that kind of merges into this whole safer tool that we've created. And it's important that we look at every single area.
Yeah.
When we're creating AI solutions, it's okay to have this is what it's going to be great for, fantastic, but actually what about the aftermath? Have we taken all these other parts into consideration as well?
Yeah.
And that's where this safer rule comes into place.
Brilliant. I really like that safer model. I think it rings true with education as well, with safety and keeping children safe in education. So safer model, sustainability, accountability, fairness, explainable and resilience.
You've got it in one.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time today.
More than welcome. Thank you, Will.
Cheers.